imagine there might be a few people who will click on this video thinking I'm going to carry on like it's the 1920s all over again. Well, hell, I am wearing the attire for it after all, or that this is me trying to work in an excuse to start using slurs again, cussing in the manner of a drunken sailor. Trust me, I don't even like saying the Afrikaans equivalent of the word. No, I actually want to discuss this in a civilized manner, and by that I mean poke fun and smoke it. So if you're easily offended, keep watching. Hopefully you'll grow some thicker skin through the magical power of thinking for once. But yes, the N-word, racial connotations and all that bollocks aside, seriously, why is there still such a cultural taboo around this phrase? Yes, I know it goes back to slavery, oppression and all of that, etc., but no one who uses that word in their daily vocabulary has experienced any oppression of any kind. So I want to focus this on a present-day perspective. I know black comedians and all say it's a term of endearment between them. That's bollocks. That word gets flung around more in a derogatory manner, and we all know this. Hell, you could make that word socially acceptable and still there will be more blacks using it negatively, let's be real. And this is the point that I want to make. I'm sure you're all very familiar with this classic bit.
Who's more racist, black people or white people? Black people. You know why? Because we hate black people too. And there's two sides. It's black people and there's niggers. And niggers have got to go.
That bit is coming up almost 3 decades old, people, and it still holds up today, which should make us all pause and ask some very difficult questions. But again, we all know the bit. Grand opening, grand closing, shooting at the screen, put money in your books, living next door will rob you, and looking over your shoulder at the money machine. Notice though,
it's black people and there's niggers. And niggers have got to go.
Very interesting. So the latter needs to go, but the former can stay. Well, if black people can stay, then the term is not race-affiliated, but rather behavior-affiliated, as Chris Rock points out. It's more associated with race, at least as far as I'm concerned, through cultural perpetuation and visibility as a population representation. If white people behaved in the exact same way, would we all have a problem with it? Absolutely. In fact, that bloody behavior pattern originally came from lawless English people. It's why they have similar problems in England with the same class of people. Similar results. Hell, you can make a pretty good argument that by only allowing one race to say it, you're keeping it race-based instead of evolving it to behavior-based. Even though when black people say it, we all know which type of behavior patterns they're referring to. Or here's 2 other examples with similar overlaps, the R word and the F word, pertaining to mental handicaps and sexuality. But we don't hurl those words at those people exclusively, for 2 reasons. They're used to describe behavior, not characteristics, and there's less of them as a portion of the general population. Some of the gay ones though, yes, because it's a word associated with attention-seeking behavior, and Lord knows some of them really are very attention-seeking. It's why they irritate so many people. It's that characteristic, not the sexuality. I still remember in my teens in the early 2000s, we used to say those words as well when people were just being stupid or attention-seeking. Louis C.K. had a bit about it in the late 2000s where he said he grew up saying the exact same thing. Now those words have had their offensiveness reinstated for some reason, we all know why, greatly cranked, and it's made everything worse. Same with the N-word. I mean, come on. When was the last time you saw a clean-cut, well-spoken black gentleman in a suit get called the N-word? Unless he's a conservative who just wandered off the Democratic plantation. Cheers for watching, and once again, I apologize for nothing.